Okay, check the answer to homework question. There were two questions of income from salary master problem. Check the answer. Ready? So see, first point in question number 1, first point is what? Basic salary 22,000 per month after deduction. After deduction means it is net basic salary. So this is the net basic salary, so you will have to make it gross. How to make it gross? Whatever is deducted from the salary, you will add back. So from his salary, provident fund is deducted and profession tax is deducted. So these two amounts you will add back. But then don't forget later on, profession tax you have to deduct also. You have to deduct also profession tax later on. Okay. But right now you will gross up by adding up provident fund and profession tax both. So see, I'll show you the solution also simultaneously. Check one by one. So your basic salary will be like this. 22,000 per month plus 4,000 plus 200 profession tax multiply by 12. So this is the basic salary, getting 3,14,400. Keep checking your answer from this, okay? Then next in the question was DA entering into retirement benefits. This means it is in terms, and in terms, not in terms, both are fully taxable. So check in the solution. This will also go directly in the outer column. 6,000 into 12, 72,000, correct? Then wait, just wait. Okay. Then lunch, free lunch. Now underline the word free. Free is a sign of perquisite. So you have to search in the theory of perquisite. And for lunch, what was the rule? If it is in canteen or through paid vouchers, exempt up to 50 per meal. But in the question they have given 75 per meal for 250 days. So per meal means every day you take one meal. See, at night employee has dinner at home. So this is per meal. So in a day, one meal in office canteen. So multiply by 250 days. So that comes to how much? So that comes to 18,750 in the inner column. Then less exempt how much? 50 per meal. So multiply by 250, that comes to 12,500. So outer column 6250, getting? Then employer's contribution to RPF. This first you will write in the inner column, and then less exempt up to 12% of basic salary plus DA in terms plus turnover commission. So check the presentation how I have done. First in the inner column I have written 72,000, getting? Then less exempt up to 12% of this is basic salary, this is dearness allowance. I have taken DA because it is in terms, and turnover commission is not in the question. So that comes to 46,368. So outer column 25,632. Okay. Then next point in the question was interest on RPF. It is 10%, but exempt up to 9.5%, and 9.5 cross multiply. So you will find out by cross multiply. So by cross multiplication you get 76,000. So inner column 80,000 less exempt 76,000. Outer column it will be 4,000. Okay. Then telephone allowance. Underline the word allowance. The word allowance is a sign of that it is an allowance. So now you have to search in TC Hut, TC Udhar. And this doesn't fall in TC Hut, TC Udhar. So fully taxable. What to do with amount spent? Ignore it. Amount spent is useful only in TC Udhar and not here. Okay. This is not TC Udhar allowance. This is not falling in our exempt allowances. So this is fully taxable. So directly in the outer column, how much? 800 into 12. That comes to 9,600. Keep checking the answer, okay? Then next point was interest free loan. So underline the word free. Free means it is a perquisite. Okay, and this is a perquisite of interest benefit. Now tell me, for interest benefit, what is the rule? If the loan is given for some specified disease, then even if the loan is of any amount, interest benefit will be exempt. But if it is not for a specified disease, then we have to check the loan amount. If loan amount is up to 20,000, exempt. About 20,000, it will be taxable. But here the loan is for specified disease, and loan for specified disease, interest benefit fully exempt. It will be fully exempt. So check the presentation. See, I am showing the answer so that you can check the presentation whether you done it properly or not. So see the wordings, interest benefit on loan for specified disease. Amount column I have put dash in bracket exempt. No need to do calculation. See, calculation is required when if loan is about 20,000 and for other loans, not loan for specified disease which is fully exempt. So amount column dash, okay. Then entertainment allowance. For entertainment allowance you have to check. If he is government employee then it will come at top also and bottom also. But he is not a government employee, so it will come in the top of the statement. At the bottom deduction there will be zero. No deduction. But at the top you will have to include this 6,000 per month. So multiply by 12, how much it comes to? 72,000. Getting? Then children hostel allowance. Now tell me, for children education, wait, do one thing, keep underlining whenever it is allowance. And also do one thing in this question, whenever it is perquisite, you mention their perquisite. You know why? Because later on at the time of valuation of house, when you calculate the salary, that bada bakam, you have to exclude perquisites. And in such a big sum, in exams such big sum will not come, but at least right now since we are handling with such a big sum, it's better that we first write what is perquisite, so that those perquisite item we have to ignore in the calculation of bada bakam. So wherever it was perquisite, it's better you mention. See, I am writing here it was perquisite. Then point number 7 was also perquisites. See, this I am doing with what intention? So that in the calculation of bada bakam I have to exclude these items. Okay. Now tell me, for children education hostel allowance, what is the method of presentation I have explained? Dash per month per child into dash months into dash children. And then less exam under section 1014, again dash per month per child into dash months into dash children. So that way you have to present. But see, have they given per month per child figure or full years figure? Full years figure. So see the method of presentation. Look here. First I will write children education allowance 6,000. Then children it is 4. Months it is 12. So how did I get this amount, you know? Reverse working. By reverse working. Because see, 6,000 was given in the question. See, 6,000 you get how? Multiply. Now if I want to go reverse, it will be divide. So 6,000 divided by 4 children, it will give me for 1 child. And then further if I divide by 12 months, it will become per month per child. See, my mission is to find out how much is per month per child, which in my solution you can see it is 125. But did you see, understand how did I get 125? 6,000 divided by 4 children and then divided by 12 months. And you know why I want desperately per month per child? Because for hostel allowance, what is the rule? Maximum 300 per month per child is exempt. And maximum is not more than that. If it is less, I will take less only. In Hindi, I told you one dialogue, if you remember, kam ho to kam lo, zyada ho to limit mein raho. Means if it is less, take less. But if it is more, stay in limit. So I want to see whether it is less or more. So I have to find out how much it is actually. So to find out the actual amount, I have done reverse working. And then see, 125 per month per child is what is actually received. And exemption is up to 300. So 125 is below the limit. So I have deducted full 125. But regarding children, he is receiving for 4 children. But exemption is allowed only for maximum 2 children. Did you understand how I have done? When I gave you the homework, I also solved this sum. Because such a big sum, if I just discuss orally, it will create a mess for you. So those students who could not do the homework should feel guilty. When sir has done the homework, I should have done it. Anyways, those not done the homework, show me tomorrow. Is this clear? Children hostel allowance. So 6,000 minus 3,000. See, many students, what they do, here they blindly take 300 per month per child. That is a mistake. That is why, in the first lecture only, first lecture of salary sums, I told you have to strictly present like this only, dash per month per child into dash months into dash children. Because see, if you do that way, you will be reminded that 300 is the maximum limit. If the actual amount is less, I will take less only. Means he is receiving only 125. So how can I minus 300? 300 is the maximum limit up to which you can get exemption. So our amount is 125. But you should know what is our amount. And that you will know provided you are strict with that style of presentation. Dash per month per child into dash months into dash children. Then, what was the next point? Free use of car for partly office, partly private. Wait, let me write here. This is a perquisite item. All perquisite item I am writing there. And this is a car for partly office, partly private use. So in car there were 4 cases. Fully office, office to residence, fully private, partly. So this is partly. And in the partly case, again there are 4 cases. So tell me, this is which case? Wait. Car is, we have to check whether car is owned by employee or owned by employer. So how do you know it is owned by employer? Because when they write free use of car, so that definitely it means it is employer's car allowed to employee to be used free. So it is car owned by employer. Then next what you will check? Who is paying the expense? Employee or employer? Employee. So see, here it was given running and maintenance expenses paid by employee. Did you notice this? It is paid by employee. So since paid by employee, so in my chart, I will look at this thing. Now I want to know whether the engine capacity is up to 1600 or above 1600. So for that the question was silent. It did not mention. So whenever problem is silent about the engine capacity, we assume 1600 cc or less. So accordingly this amount will be selected, 600. Then on the top of that, should you add this driver's 900? That depends upon question. If the problem is completely silent, I would have just taken 600 and gone ahead. But here they have said, students doing the homework might have seen, driver's salary is paid by employer. So because driver's salary is paid by employer, so it is increasing my benefit. So in my 600, I will add 900 also. So if you add, you will get 1500 per month. Multiply by 12 months. Okay. See, there is nothing new in the sum. I am just applying the theory. You will be able to apply provided the theory is thorough. So please revise and come every lecture. Wait, let me show you in the solution. Free use of car for partly office, partly private use. Is this correct? Yes. 18,000 is the answer, outer column. Okay. Then free club facility. Again, free means it is a perquisite. Let me write here. And this is a perquisite which was discussed in our, wait, was this perquisite discussed in Come Light? No. It was not discussed, and any perquisite which I haven't discussed, it is fully taxable. So this will go in outer column, 30,000. Okay. Then Next was free refreshment. Free refreshment, again it is a perquisite. Let me write here perquisites. And it is fully exempt. Wait. Okay, so free refreshments will be fully exempt. This I had explained in the theory of lunch, that lunch may be taxable also, but free refreshments is completely exempt. So see here, free refreshments fully exempt, amount column dash. Okay. Then scholarship for his youngest son. Even this is fully exempt. And even this is a perquisite. Let me write here perquisite. And for this there is a section also, exam under section 1016. So amount column dash in bracket exam under section 1016. Then medical bills paid by employer. Even this is a perquisite. But since it is for treatment, wait, but go as per system. Whenever it is medical, you have to check the patient first. Only if the patient is eligible, you go into the chart. So here patient nothing is given, so employee is the patient, so he is eligible. And as per the chart, COVID treatment is fully exempt. Remember that C gray, so this is fully exempt. So amount column dash in bracket exempt. Then free use of laptop, even this is fully exempt. All that information is useless, higher charges paid by employer, blah blah blah. So all that is useless because it is fully exempt. Amount column dash. Then he was allotted 4,000 sweat equity shares. You know, this is nothing but ESOPs. Employees stock option scheme. And under employee stock option scheme, you are allowed shares at a lower price. So see, shares market value is 100, but you are allotted at 15. So what is the benefit? 85 per share. 85 per share is your benefit. So multiply by 4,000. So that comes to 3,40,000 in outer column. It is fully taxable. So even this is a perquisite. Let me write here perquisite. Then next point, free use of credit card. Even this is perquisite, fully taxable. This was not discussed specially by me, so it is fully taxable. Anything which I have not discussed is fully taxable. Then what about commutation allowance? This is an allowance, but this is exempt only if the employee is physically handicapped, up to 3,200 per month. But he is not physically handicapped, so it is fully taxable. So outer column 1,612. That comes to how much? 19,200. Then tribal area allowance. This is an allowance. Inner column 900 per month, less exam under section 1014, 200 per month. So multiply by 12. That is 2,400. Outer column how much? 8,400. 8,400 outer column. Then next point is perquisite. But whenever it is perquisite a house, you should take up at the end. This is a perquisite house. Have you seen or not? And any house perquisite is better to be done at the end. So to be seen at the end. Right now I am not even reading. What about gift of 12,000 from his employer? Gift is exempt only if it is in kind or voucher. That too up to 5,000. Is it in kind or voucher? This is money gift. See, gift of 12,000 rupees. Rupees means it is money, and money gift is fully taxable. But even this is a perquisite, worth noting that it is a perquisite. See, wherever it is perquisite, I am writing it, because I know that these perquisite items should not be taken in Bada Bakkam. Then next point, leave travel assistance. Now whenever leave travel assistance, you should check who should be the traveler. Who can travel in leave travel? Employees, spouse, children, dependent parents, brother, sister. So check it is for whose travel? Himself, wife, independent sister. Independent sister is not allowed. But in exemption it will not be allowed. But when you are writing the actual amount received in the inner column, you will have to write, because your boss has given money for sister also. But tell me, what should be the line of thinking? Are you noticing I am not even reading the question? I am going strictly as per my theory. I will check first the journey is by air or other mode. So check, is it air or other mode? See, here it is written, look, amount is spent on journey by car. So that means it is not air, it is other mode. And once it is other mode, our first priority is first class AC rail fare. If that is not possible, then recognized public transport first class deluxe fare. Even if that is not possible, then first class AC rail for a similar journey. But here first class AC rail fare is available. See here, first class AC rail fare. Then why the hell they have given recognized public transport? It is for confusion. See, recognized public transport is my second choice. My first preference is first class AC rail fare. If that is available, I will go as per that only. But then presentation will be somewhat like this. See, first I will write leave travel in the inner column 1,20,000. How did I get? 40,000 was given for per head and 3 people had gone for the journey, so multiply by 3. Then less exam under section 10, 5. First class AC rail fare amount spent which is less. This should have been your presentation, okay? First class AC rail fare 20,000, sorry 21,000, but you will take only 2 people, himself and his wife. Independent sister not allowed. Amount spent 25,000, which is less. Out of the 2, 42,000. So 42,000 is less, so minus 42,000, outer column 78,000, okay. Then next point, employer sold a digital camera to the employee. Wait, I forgot to mark here perquisite. Wherever it is perquisite I am marking. Leave travel was also perquisite, okay. Even this is a perquisite. You know which perquisite is this? Sold means transfer a movable asset. This is a perquisite on transfer of movable asset. So here the formula is fixed, WDV minus sale price. Now WDV how to calculate, that depends upon the type of the asset. For computer 50%, car 20%, other asset 10% straight line method. So it is which asset? Digital camera means not computer, car, it is other asset. And for this, you know, this should be the standard pattern of working. Look here. See here, wait, let me show you in the question. When was the camera purchased by employer? See here, how to decide the number of years for depreciation? Cut to cut, date to date. Here it is purely from date to date. You start from the date when purchased by employer. See here, we don't have a choice, it is written in the law. That number of years for depreciation should be calculated from the exact date of purchase. And you have to count the complete years, incomplete years you will be ignoring. So purchase date is 22nd September 19. So see how I have done. 22nd September 19 to 21st September 20. This will complete 1 year. Then second year will be 22nd September 20 to 21st September 21. Third year will be 22nd September 21 to 21st September 22. And fourth year will be actually what? Can you tell me the fourth year if I want? 22nd September 22 to 21st September 23. And when did sale take place? Yes, sale has took place in the middle of this year. 9th of June. So this year is not becoming complete. See, fourth year, I have purposely shown the fourth year at the top to make you explain. See, this is a fourth year, but the date of sale is falling in the middle of that. It is exactly 9th June 23. And your fourth year will expire when? 21st September 23. And before September, in the June only, sale took place. So that year could not complete. An incomplete year you have to ignore. See, it is better you should draw that timelines the way I had originally explained, so that you can avoid silly mistake. So only 3 complete years were there. Fourth year was incomplete because in the middle of the fourth year sale took place. So it was incomplete year and you have to take only complete years. And why I have taken every year 10,000, 10,000? It is straight line method. 10% straight line. So my WDV comes to 70,000 and it is sold for 4,000. So you should understand the meaning also, huh? That the digital camera has a value of 70,000 today and you have to pay only 4,000. Feel its worth is 70 and you have to pay only 4. So difference of 66 is a benefit. Understand and solve. Don't do mechanical, you should feel it. Yes, I got a benefit of 66,000. So this will go directly in the outer column, okay? See this. In bracket I will show note number 1. Done. I think students have made blunder over here. I can make out from the facial expressions of some students. Done this thing. Then look here. Next point, free use of electricity. Again, this is a perquisite. Let me mark here perquisite. And this perquisite we have not discussed anywhere. So it is fully taxable. See, they will give many things. But anything which I have not discussed in my perquisite theory, it is fully taxable. Now see, this point is important. Huh? Here you will find some new thing. First do one thing. Underline paid by employer, paid by employer, paid by employer. Paid by employer is a sign of perquisite. See, perquisites are written like this only. Paid, reimbursed by employer, or the word free will come. So this is paid by employer, so it is all perquisites. Now tell me one by one. Life insurance premium paid by employer. Taxable. See, if it is exam, I would have taught you. So it is fully taxable. Okay. So you will write directly in the outer column 18,500. Okay, then wait, let me take this first. What about Mediclaim insurance premium paid by employer? Mediclaim insurance, if you remember, in our medical facilities chart, at the bottom I had given Mediclaim insurance premium paid by employer is fully exempt. This was discussed in the theory. So this is taxable LIC premium, but this will be exempt. Now this is the new point. Accident insurance premium paid by employer. This is an exempt perquisite. This was not covered in our theory, but I had a plan to cover up in the question. Accident insurance. See, reason is what? Look here. What is accident insurance? You know, in case employee meets with an accident while working in the office. Maybe he is a factory worker and in factory sometimes there is accident. So if employee faces some accident, so for that company takes insurance. So you know, although the insurance is in the name of employee, please understand here, although the insurance is in the name of employee, but company is trying to secure its liability. It looks like benefit for employee, but it is done in company's own self-interest. Because if company would not have taken that accident insurance, and if employee meets with an accident during his work hours, it will be the liability of the company to pay him. So that's why many companies, you know what they do? They are scared. What if in our factory some accident takes place and if our employee is injured, so we will have to pay. So in order to secure that liability, they have taken insurance. So it looks like benefit is of the employee, but in fact company has done to secure its own self-interest. Otherwise, if company would not have taken accident insurance, it would have been the headache of the company to pay the compensation whenever employee meets accident. So considering this is an exempt perquisite. But this was not covered somewhere in our theory, okay. It could not be discussed in Mediclaim insurance because this is not something related to medical. Accident insurance is a different insurance only. But this I could not place anywhere in our come light. But remember this as a very good point. If accident insurance premium paid by employer comes in the question, it is fully exempt. Fully exempt. Logic I told you, because on this if income tax department charges tax, it would not be fair. Employee will always say, company has tried to secure its own liability, although it is insurance in our name, but company has done for its own benefit. So this is exam. So see, let me show you the effect of this. Point number 25 in the solution. Just have a glance over here. See this. Look at this, what I have highlighted. Life insurance premium paid by employer taxable. Accident insurance premium paid by employer exempt. This is the new point. For the first time I taught you today, okay? This way some new points, some more new points are there in this question, that I told you while I announced the question as homework. Even Mediclaim insurance premium paid by employer is fully exempt. Done this thing? Then, next point, free education. Again, free education means it is a perquisite. Let me mark here perquisite. I am writing wherever it is perquisite, okay? Okay, now for education facility, what was the rule? If it is for employee, exempt. Children, exempt up to 1,000 per month per child if it is employer's own school or tie-up. So here it is, whose education? Daughter. Daughter means it is employer's children. It will be exempt up to 1,000 per month per child if it is employer's own school. And here it is what? See, college owned by employer. So whenever the school, college, etc. is owned by employer, it will be exempt up to 1,000 per month per child. But what is this 1,600? This is a fees charged to outsiders. Employee's daughter doesn't have to pay. Employee's daughter is enjoying free education. But if the fees would have been charged, the value of the fees is 1,600. But for daughter, no fees. Okay. So the benefit value, the value of the benefit is 1,600 per month, and it is per head. But exempt up to 1,000 per month per child. And here it is just one daughter. Not 2-3 children here in the question. Eldest daughter means only one child they are talking about. So how will you present? Inner column 1,600 into 12 months into just one child. I have not written one child, you can write into one child also. So that is 19,200, and exemption is 1,000 per month per child into 12 months into one child. So that is 12,000. So outer column 7,200. Okay. Then mobile bills reimbursed by employer. This is a perquisite and this is exempt also. Remember at the end, while I was winding up the theory of perquisite, at the end I told you mobile bills paid by employer is fully exempt. Some students are not able to recap. I will have to show that. Where it was exactly, here, see. See this. Remember this thing? Mobile bills paid, reimbursed by employer fully exempt. This was explained at the end when I finished all the perquisites. At that time I had explained scholarship also. And then I told all other perquisites are fully taxable. Okay. Then, wait. So this is fully exempt. What about gas bills paid by employer? Again, paid by employer is a sign of perquisite. And this perquisite was not discussed anywhere in our theory. So take it fully taxable. Outer column amount 14,600. Then free medical treatment. Now medical, whenever it is, wait, let me write here, it is a perquisite. Whenever it is medical perquisite, you have to check the patient. If the patient is eligible, then only I will go into the chart. Our chart of medical, okay. So here who is the patient? Wife. So wife is eligible, so we will go in the chart. And in the chart it is in India or outside India? Outside India. And there again there were three parts. Treatment, stay, travel. Here they are talking about treatment. So exempt to the extent permitted by RBI. So first in the inner column you will write 1,20,000. Then less exempt to the extent permitted by RBI 90,000. Outer column it will be 30,000. Getting, see, you have to show like this. Don't worry, I will share this solution with you. I'll upload this in the app today. Then free service of watchman. Again, this is a perquisite. Free is a sign of perquisite. But was this perquisite discussed by us anywhere? No, so it is fully taxable. 1200 per month, so multiply by 12, 14,400. Then helper allowance, underline allowance. So we have to search this in TC Hut, TC Udhar. So this is there in TC Udhar. So here amount exempt is amount spent. Amount spent is not given, assume fully spent. So in the inner column you will write minus exempt under which section? 10, 14. Full amount minus outer column nil. Then what about arrears of salary? Taxable. Okay. Bonus declared. Because of the word declared, it will be ignored. Because declared means it is simply declared, you have not yet received. So how to write bonus declared, amount column nil? In bracket you can write not taxable because not received. Not taxable because not received. Even if you just write like this, not taxable, it's okay. If you want, you can write in detail, not taxable because not received. Yes, correct. I'll discuss at house part, yeah. His doubt is related to in valuation house, will you take this or not? You will not take. In valuation house, you take Bada Bakam bonus. But every item of Bada Bakam should be taxable item. But this we are not considering as taxable. Okay. Then what about advance salary? Taxable. What about free training of employee? This is a perquisite. See, every time it is a perquisite I am writing, huh? But this is training means what? Education. And don't say this I have not discussed. I have discussed. In the chart of education, there were three parts: employee, children, other family members. And this is for employee. And any type of education for employee, whether it is training, MBA course, computer classes, it is all fully exempt. So this will be fully exempt. Amount column it will be dash. Amount column it will be dash. Do you remember or not? See, you have to be very thorough with the theory. Then leave encashment. How the chart was there? During service or retirement. So this is encash during service. How do I know? Because he had not retired. So it is during service, so fully taxable. So directly outer column 28,000. Then medical bills reimbursed by employer. Reimbursed by employer means it is a perquisite. And it is for whose treatment? Daughter. So now what is the rule? Whenever it is medical, you should check the patient first. If the patient is eligible, you will go into the chart. So here who is the patient? Daughter. Is daughter eligible? Who all are eligible? Employees, spouse, children. So children is eligible. Dependent parents, brothers, sisters also. But whatever, daughter is children, so eligible. Now I go into the chart. And in the chart, if you see, wait. In the chart, it is in India or outside India? It is in India. Now I will check whether it is C Grey Hospital. Have they written in the question it is COVID, government hospital, recognized hospital, employees own hospital? Not written. So that means it is this case. And here it will be fully taxable. So in the amount column it will be taxable. See, whatever chart I have given you, that is the way you have to think to get the right answer. See, these things without chart I would have explained, it could have become a big mess. So you are getting ready-made, so you might not value it. But I know people literally, they cry for direct tax. They are so much scared and horrified. But if you go systematic, you are given everything ready made. You just have to keep revising thoroughly. And trust me, if you are thorough with the theory, your exam question will always be right. So, medical is done. Next is pension from ex-employer. For pension, how the chart was? Uncommuted, commuted. So this is uncommuted or commuted? Uncommuted. Because it is per month. And pension which is received on month-to-month basis, it is uncommuted and it is fully taxable. They are saying it is from ex-employer. So what? Even if it is from my past employer, the statement of income from salary is of all employers combined. You don't prepare separate statement for separate job. It's a common statement only. So even this will be included and fully taxable. Okay. Tell me, what have you done with this? Yes. Advance taken from employer means loan taken from employer, and loan is a liability. Are you preparing statement of liabilities or income? Income. So this is not income only. Income could have taken place here. You know how? If there was interest benefit. In loan, at the most, the benefit which can arise will be interest. But have they mentioned anything about interest? What is the SBI rate and what is the rate boss is charging? So we cannot think about that interest. So you just give the effect of loan. First, how do I come to know it is loan? Advance taken means what? It's a loan only. In accounts also you have seen how do you write loans? Loans and advances. So loans and advances are one and the same. So this is a loan taken from employer. Yes, if rate of interest was given, then I would have used the knowledge of interest benefit. Means what rate of interest? SBI rate and the rate charged by boss. But they have not given. So we will assume what boss might be charging full interest. Whatever is the rate prevailing in the market, he might be charging full interest. And if boss is charging full interest, no benefit of interest. And regarding loan, this is never a benefit, it's a liability. And the statement which you are preparing here, this is not a statement of my liability. We are not preparing balance sheet. This is income statement. And in income statement, how can you write a liability? So you should underline this here and write here, it is a loan, it is a liability. So you should ignore it. What did you write? Loan, liability, ignore. But tell me, if along with the word advance, they give the word salary. Yes, the advance salary. See, there is a difference. When they write advance salary, means I have taken my salary, but I took it in advance. And salary is my money, which I don't have to repay. But if the word is advance, that means I have taken a loan, I will have to repay. See, there is a thin line of difference between these two things. If you notice properly here, along with the word advance, there was the word salary. And once the word salary comes, that means it is my salary. And salary is not a liability, it's my income, but I have taken in advance. Okay. But here the word salary is missing. In this point, see, here the word salary is missing. That means it is a loan which I have taken now, I will repay in future. So such thing doesn't become my income, so ignore it. Conclusion, if the word salary comes along with advance, then take taxable. And if the word salary doesn't appear, if it is given only as advance, then it is a loan, ignore it. See, there are certain things which will make your personal notes. Done. So this will be ignored. See here what I have written. Not an income, liability. In the amount column, I have not written the amount. Don't worry, huh? I have just put dash over there. Then ex gratia. See, ex gratia means something which boss has given voluntarily because he is happy with the employee. That everything is going nice, you're working so nicely, you're always systematic in your work. So out of happiness, boss has given something to the employee. It's kind of bonus. It is kind of bonus. And ex gratia means it is sometimes boss feels thank you. That thank you employee, you are so sincere. I have not seen such employee in my office till now. Till now. You are the first employee which I have seen. He is so sincere and regular in his work. I like you. So boss is liking the employee and out of his happiness, he has given some amount to the employee. And that is called ex gratia. Gratia word comes from gratitude. And gratitude word comes when when you feel thankful. When you feel that some person is very good, I should say thank you to that person. But this is not that gratuity of retirement. This is during the service. He is not retiring. See, gratuity which I had explained, that formula exam under 1010, that was retirement gratuity. Sometimes during this service only, boss feels thankful. Because maybe you are the best employee amongst all the employees. So boss gives salary to everyone, but to good employees, he might give ex gratia. But then main point is what? Taxable or exempt? Taxable. And like bonus, even this is taxable on receipt basis. Means if boss says, I will give you ex gratia this time. You are so nice employee. I like you. I love you. I will give you ex gratia. I will give you will not become taxable. Huh? Because just like bonus, even this is a voluntary payment. Who knows, boss might promise, but might not give you later on. So even this will be taxable if received. But since the problem is silent, we assume it is received only. And assuming received, it will be taxable. But it is taxable on receipt basis like bonus. Right here. Taxable on receipt basis like bonus. Right there in the bracket. Taxable on receipt basis like bonus. Even this was a new point. And see, previous point, I should not call this as a new point. No? This is common sense. But I expect that most of the students might have taken this as wrong. Which one? Advance taken from employer. But if you would have applied the common sense, you would have ignored it. Because advance taker is not your income, it's a liability. But anyways, at least now you learn. So point 40 is done. Now point 41 is again a new point. Okay. There is something new in this question. Read. Housing loan at the rate of 4.5% per annum provided by employer. Means this is a loan given by employer. Okay. Amount outstanding as on 1st April 23 was 15 lakhs. That means loan was given somewhere in the past. And at the beginning of the year, 15 lakhs is still outstanding. Who gave you loan? Employer. Then 50,000 is paid by the employee every quarter. Every quarter means after every 3 months. Quarter means a period of 3 months. So after every 3 months, you make payment of 50,000 towards the principal. Starting from June. June is the first quarter end. Our year starts from April. So April, May, June. June is the first quarter end. Quarter is a period of 3 months. You understand or not? So April, May, June will become first quarter. So and first quarter is ending on April, May, June. So starting from June, repayment of 50,000 every quarter. What to do with this I will explain. But what was a unique point of this question, here loan is repaid also. See, up till now, that interest benefit thing which I had explained, which one? If the loan amount is up to 20,000 exam, loan amount about 20,000 taxable, what we do, SBI rate minus actual rate, we can directly do if the loan is not repaid. But if loan is repaid during the year, your calculation will be affected. What is the affected thing in that I will explain. But just notice one thing, this was a new point of the question, that loan has been repaid on quarterly basis. And what is the rate of State Bank of India? 8%. So tell me, what benefit are you getting first? Means State Bank of India charges 8%. And what my boss charges is only 4.5. So this much you understand, the benefit is of 3.5%. But see how to calculate this. Look here. What is the loan amount? 15 lakhs. So look here. 15 lakhs was there at the beginning. But after 3 months, it will become 14 lakh 50,000. Why? Loan is repaid. Read this. Underline, this is the most important part. 50,000 is paid every quarter towards the principal. So that means the loan which was 15 lakhs at the beginning will not remain 15 lakhs now. After repayment, the loan amount will reduce to 14 lakh 50,000. So look, it was 15 lakhs in April. It was 15 lakhs in May. But in June it became 14 lakh 50,000. How do I know that? They have written in the question, I have to read. It is paid every quarter. Every quarter it is paid. And it starting from June. See, quarter ends in June only. Next quarter will end in September. Then December, then March. It is a case of quarterly repayment. See, sometimes you repay the loan on monthly basis. Sometimes you repay on quarterly basis. So here it is a case of quarterly repayment. So because of quarterly repayment, your loan size is changing. What was 15 lakhs, it became 14 lakh 50. Then next repayment is in September. Yes. So it is, see, this is balance at the last day of the month. See, when you repay in June, what is the balance in the end of June? If loan is, see what they have written, starting from June it is repaid. Now if something is repaid in June, so what is the balance on the last day? Last day is what? And see, practically even employee might have repaid on the last day only. See, quarterly repayment means what? If I say monthly repayment, so I will repay at the end of the month. I have taken loan from you, and if I say I will repay every month, so obviously now I will not repay at the beginning. And it is never repaid in the mid. It is either start or end. So obviously it will be end. So those who repay on monthly basis, they repay at the end of the month. Those who repay on quarterly basis, they repay at the end of the quarter. So end of the quarter means June. So they have not given the exact date. But one thing is for sure, repayment has started from June. And as per law, you know what law says? We want to see the balance at the end of, what is written, balance as on the last day of the month. Interest will be calculated on the balance on the last day of the month. And on the last day, the balance is 14 lakh 50,000. See, in this question, what will happen? Month-wise interest benefit you will calculate. See, if there was no repayment, we directly calculate the interest benefit. But here there is a repayment. So for each month, we will have to separately calculate. See how I have done? 15 lakhs, calculate the interest benefit. Interest benefit is 3.5%, but calculate for 1 month only, means into 1 upon 12. 15 lakhs multiply by, firstly, how did I get this 3.5? This is a benefit. SBI rate is 8%. Boss is charging 4.5. So difference is my benefit. But this is all per annum. Can you see per annum? See, even if not written, rate of interest is per annum only. Although I am showing here per annum, but it is not to be mentioned. Rate of interest prevailing in the market is per annum. But I want to calculate here month wise. So if the rate is per annum, how to make it 1 month into 1 upon 12? So 15 lakhs multiplied by 3.5% is per annum. So into 1 upon 12 is how much? 4375. And you know why I am doing month wise calculation? Because every month the loan amount is fluctuating. See, if there was no repayment, that means what, this 15 lakhs would have remained constant for the whole year. Then there is no headache. Then 15 lakhs into directly 3.5% for the whole year together. That is what we usually do. This was a unique part of the question. I told you last lecture only that in this question there are some new points. But don't worry, at least after learning, you will not make a mistake now. So make a rule. Whenever in the question there is repayment, it is better to do monthly calculation. If no repayment, then do as usual, as we have been doing earlier. Directly loan amount into SBI rate minus actual rate. But if there is repayment, whether the repayment is quarterly or monthly, you should prepare a table like this. If it would have been monthly, you know what would have happened? If they say from the every month is repaying, so this will become 1450 at the first month only, and repayment is done at the end. So in April only repayment starts. So April, see, 15 lakhs was first April balance, see. So if monthly repayment starts from first month only, so April end balance will be what? 14 lakh 50. And see, this I have not written casually. Read this, read this. This is written in the law that we have to see the maximum outstanding balance as on the last day of the month. This last day of the month I have not written casually as per my choice. In the law they have written that if the loan gets repaid, we should see the balance at the end of each month. And at the end of the month, whatever is the balance, for each month you calculate separate. See, now it is understood. So tell me, after 14 lakh 50,000, next repayment will be in second quarter. Have you seen I have made 4 quarters here? This is the first quarter, this is the second quarter, third quarter and fourth quarter. And at the end of each quarter the loan amount is changing. 14 lakh 50 then, 14 lakhs then, 13 lakh 50 then, 13 lakhs. Then it is very simple. It is becoming a little time consuming. But conceptually it is not big thing to understand. And these amounts are what you know, this outstanding balance into 3.5% into 1 upon 12. Because we are finding monthly interest. So every calculation you will do into 1 upon 12, into 1 upon 12. You can check all the answers if you want. It is coming like this only. So this is the value of perquisite. And if this knowledge you didn't have, you know what you would have done? You would have done directly 15 lakhs into like this. Based on knowledge till last lecture, you would have done like this only. But now some students apply their brain, they understand that something is fishy in the question because the loan is being repaid. So once the loan is repaid, the loan size is reducing. And loan size reduces, your interest benefit also will reduce. Interest benefit is on loan only, and the loan is changing at the end of each quarter. So this is wrong. Huh? What I have written at the bottom is wrong. The right approach is this table. Anyways, I will share this solution in the mobile app. Done this thing. Then that was the last point. And at the end we can do now house. Okay. So let's read house. Now tell me, for house what should be your line of thinking? First in the question you should check whether he is government employee or other employee. Instead of teaching this so many times, still I found today some students have done mistake in deciding that which track to follow. Look here, check in the question, is he government employee or other employee? So government employee, if he is there, they will write, but not given then other employee. Then own house or rented house, how to decide that? If problem is silent, you will always assume own house. How will you come to know it is rented? They will write rent paid by employer. They will write. But some students fail to read that. See, here it is given. Rent paid by employer. You saw this or not? This was a most important deciding factor. Rent paid by employer means you will not go according to population. Some students will learn, but sir, population is given. In question, they will give any nonsense to confuse your mind. But my dialogue, you remember? Don't go as per some, go as per system. And our system is this. If you go as per some is there to create a problem. But my theory is to create a solution. And we don't want to go into the problem, we want to derive the solution. See, I would have seen population data when. See, why I am excited? Because I saw this mistake again today. I will not name the student, but student might have understood. When will I see population information? If it is own house. Because in own house, depending upon population, we change 7.5, 10 and 15. But this is not a question of own house, it is rented house. Why don't you go as per chart? It is a rented house. Now tell me, in rented house what we do? Before 1st September, after 1st September, 2 workings will be done. Before 1st September, 15% or rent paid by employer, whichever is less. After 1st September, 10% of salary and rent paid by employer, whichever is less. Mean there will be 2 columns for Bada Bakam. In the first column, you will take this one only. 15% of salary, rent paid, whichever is less. And in the second column, 10%. Do you know in rented house after 1st September, it has become 10% of salary or rent paid by employer, whichever is less. Then what about furniture? It is there in the question. What about rent charged by employer? That is not there in the question. It's not given that boss is charging something to you. But furniture is there. See, higher charges of furniture paid by employer. Okay, so tell me, what is the format? Have you made a standard format only for house valuation? What to do? First you will do Bada Bakam, and then you have to carefully decide the percentage. Own house, then depending upon population. Rented house, then fixed 15 before 1st September, after 1st September 10%. So see, I will show you the solution directly. I have made the solution ready for you so that we can save the time. Look. Check. Have you done like this? In Bada Bakam, first is basic salary. 26,200 is the gross basic salary. See, in the question, basic salary was 22,000 per month, but that was net. So I made it gross. So what is the gross basic salary per month? In 22,000 you add back 4,000, add back 200. So you will get 26,200. That is per month. And in the first column I will take 5 months basic. So 26,200 into 5 months. And in the second column into 7 months. So that comes to 183,400. Correct? Then DA in terms. DA in terms. Yes, it is in terms only. 6,000 per month. So in the first column for 5 months, second column for 7 months. Keep checking the answer. Correct? Then in Bada Bakam, be along with me only in Bada Bakam, other taxable allowance. For this, you have to do the screening of the whole question. Do you have any allowance? So see, I can show you allowance, telephone allowance. Okay, then entertainment allowance, children education allowance, then there was commutation allowance, here, tribal area allowance, and then later on there was some helper allowance. This you can easily search, right? Helper allowance I have not written because it has become exam. In Bada Bakam, you have to take only taxable allowances. All the items of Bada Bakam should be taxable. Okay? You know how I have done all this? 5:7 ratio. See, I have to take the amounts from the outer column. See, it is better while searching Bada Bakam, you should search in the solution like this. See, like telephone allowance 9,600, entertainment allowance 72,000, hostel allowance is 3,000. You don't remember in one lecture, for the first time when I was doing Bada Bakam with you, I told you to search in the solution so that you can find out the taxable amounts. See, in the question it is in raw form, but in the answer it is in finished form, and we want the final taxable figures. So see, telephone allowance, but this is 9,600 for whole year, but I want 5 months and 7 months. So you can divide that. Even this I want 5 months and 7 months. Yes, hostel allowance, the amount has reduced to 3,000, but you can divide in 5:7 ratio. 5:7 ratio. Did you understand? So, see the solution. Telephone, entertainment, hostel, all the amounts I have simply divided in 5:7 ratio. Yes, you have to write one by one the name of all allowance. See, in our theory we have written other taxable allowance. But what are they? What are they actually? We have to write the name of one by one each allowance. Because your answer has to be explanatory. In allowance, which allowances are you taking? You have to mention that. You cannot do it in calculator directly. Since there are so many allowances in the question, it's better you specify. So, that is why, this solution I have personally typed with my own hands. So that I can tell you the desired way of presentation. This is clear or not? See, this is a master problem, that's why many allowances. But in actual exam question, hardly 1 or 2 allowance you will find. In fact, see, in many questions, you find basic and DA only, that's it. Nothing from Bada Bakam you will find in the actual questions of exam if you see. But I am trying to give you maximum practice. That's why I am taking maximum items in the question. So basic, DA, other taxable allowance. Then what about bonus? Bonus was there in the question, but it was declared, and declared bonus is not taxable. It should be received. If they would have said received, I would have taken, but I would have taken in the second column because bonus is usually given at the end of the year. Assuming that we would have taken in the second column. But here I have not taken because in the question the bonus is just declared, it's not received. Commission was not there in the question. Then other monetary income, how to search other monetary income. See my strategy. Look here. Other monetary income, how to find. Look. For this only I had marked perquisites. Because in Bada Bakkam, other monetary incomes is excluding perquisites. So I'll do one thing. Except perquisite, I will search is there any monetary income. Check one by one. It will take time but it is worth. Basic salary already taken. DA already taken. Perquisites not to be taken. Employers contribution interest ignore. In my theory, 4 important points of Bada Bakkam I said this you will not take. Then allowance already taken. Perquisite not allowed. Allowance already taken. Then perquisites, all are perquisites not allowed. Allowance is already taken. Perquisites not allowed. Then perquisite not allowed. All are perquisites not allowed. Allowance already taken. Yes, arrears. This way you have to search Bada Bakkam monetary incomes. Arrears of salary not allowed because no past, no future, only present. Bonus because declared can't take. Advance salary no past, no future, only present. Perquisites not allowed. Yes, leave encashment is monetary income. Leave salary is a monetary income. But does it come month to month or in one shot? It comes in one shot and usually it comes at the end of the year. So this I will take in the second column. So this is one item of monetary income. M means monetary income in Bada Bakka. I have written M there. See. Then next is perquisite not allowed. Pension, yes, this is a monetary income. This I can take. But this is one shot item or month to month. Pension comes month to month. So I will take 5 months in the first column, 7 months in the second column. Then advance is a loan. That is not even taken in the statement. Forget in Bada Bakkam. Then ex gratia. Yes, this is a monetary income. It is not even a perquisite kind of thing. In perquisite, your personal expenses are borne by the company. So this is like kind of a bonus only. So this can be taken in monetary income. So that's it. Last was perquisite not allowed. Wait. So we only have 3 items in other monetary incomes. See, don't see the answer, see the method. Because questions will change. Method will remain the same. That's why, I literally did the screening of the whole question in front of you. I wanted to say that this is the way you have to search. And for easy search, I marked perquisite in advance. So that it becomes easy to explain my students also. Then this is the total of Bada Bakkam in first column. This is the total in the second column. 15%, 10%. This is irrespective of population. This is a rented house. Depending upon population, you go in own house. And then 15%, 10% compare with rent paid by employer. And then out of the two, whichever is less. Check the solution. Correct? Rent paid by employer given in the question is what? 12,000 per month. So multiply by 12. So 1,44,000. Then whichever is less 81,098. Getting 81,098 out of the two, whichever is less. See, I have written here whichever is less. Then value of furniture, it is employer's own furniture or hired furniture? Hired. So hire charges. Rent charged by employer nil. So this is the value of perquisite. 102,698. This will go to the main statement. One zero two six nine eight. Anyways, total and all, you can see this is a gross salary, standard deduction, profession tax, and this is a final answer. Done this thing? I will share this solution in the mobile app. Done? You can do the correction later also. But see, just because you are getting the ready solution, it's not that you should not make the correction. Make your correction in the book properly. Huh? Then, question number 2 was homework. Even that I have solved for you. Read. Mr. Sharma retired. Sir, underline the date of retirement, circle the word retired. And whenever the questions of retirement, you have to be careful in the months. So how many months salary you will get? April, May, June, July, August, September, October. 7 months. Okay. So everything for 7 months. And it is after completing service of 17 years, 8 months. See, everywhere you have to ignore the fraction. Huh? Only in POGA employee, round off. Rest all places, fraction is to be ignored. So tell me salary 1 lakh per month. This is what? Basic salary. They have not written basic, but it is basic salary only. Is it correct? 7 lakhs? Then DA. 50% of which forms part of salary. Means half is in terms, half is not in terms. But whether in terms, not in terms, both are fully taxable. But it is better you have to present like this separately. DA in terms, DA not in terms. Total amount was 50,000, check. Total was 50,000. I made it half. So if I make it half, it will become 25,000, 25,000. Into 7 months, into 7 months. Correct? Then, what about HRA? For HRA, if rent paid is not given, fully taxable. This is the old point, this way we already studied once. In one question I told you that if rent paid is not given, consider HRA fully taxable. So 14,000 into 7 months. So 98,000 getting? Then, yes, this was important point of the question. Profession tax. You know, many students what they think, profession tax I will minus at the end. That's correct. But you didn't read this part. You didn't feel this part. Feel this portion. Paid by employer. You know, profession tax is your liability. It is your expenditure. It should be cut from your salary. But what boss is doing, you know, he is paying from his pocket for you. Feel the happiness. Imagine you are an employee. Your profession tax boss says, don't worry, I will pay. Usually, you know what companies do? They deduct it from your salary only. And when the salary is net, you make it gross. But your company is saying, don't worry, I will give you full salary and your profession tax I will personally pay from my pocket. And when your liability is taken away by your boss, it is a benefit. And any benefit is a perquisite. Even this can become a perquisite. See, perquisite means what? Whenever your personal expenditures are borne by the company, it gives you a personal benefit. The word perquisite has come from personal. And are you personally feeling the benefit? Obviously, employee will think it is my profession tax. But thank you, boss, you are paying. So it is a benefit. So you have to first include this in the list of the benefit in the outer column. And then you will deduct also. Because at the end, there is a protocol of deducting under section 16. Always profession tax has to be deducted. So this will be first included, added in the statement, then minus. Remember the effect like this. Plus also, minus also, up also, down also, up also, down also. Why I am writing up first? Because it is a benefit. And in this statement, we are preparing list of the benefits. Statement of salary means what? During your job, what benefits you got? So if someone will ask you what benefits you got, you will say this is also my benefit. Otherwise you are supposed to bear it. But when your company pays, it's a benefit. So it should be included in the list of benefits. And later on you will deduct, because there is a protocol of deducting profession tax under section 16. So this is important point according to me, because this has come for the first time in our question. Mark this important. See, any new points which you have discovered in today's session, it is better you jot down somewhere in the theory only. So that in case you miss these problems also, theory will take care. Like what were the new points today? That accident insurance premium ex gratia and that advance taken from employer and loan if it is repaid. You have to calculate interest benefit month to month. And then profession tax paid by employer, first include in the statement as a benefit, then deduct at the end. Tell me, what if it was written like this? Paid by employee, then only deduct. Okay, if they just write profession tax, nothing is given, only deduct. See, profession tax is always only deduct. But here, because they have written paid by employer, wow, it's a benefit. So first include, then deduct. Then employees contribution UPF, ignore. Ignore, don't say exam, it will be ignored, because employees contribution is a part of basic salary, and basic salary we have already written gross. See, the given basic salary, nothing is given means it is already gross. So this you will ignore. What about employer's contribution? Right now it is exempt. See, UPF will be taxed brutally. But when you get the lump sum amount. But this is getting lump sum amount or contributions are done. And see, this employee is retired, but still retired in October. So till October contributions were done. Lump sum amount will be received after retirement, means 31st October precisely. But before October contributions were done. But that contributions will be exempt. In UPF, tax comes when you get the lump sum amount. But lump sum amount has not yet come. So this is exempt. Even interest is exempt. Okay, gratuity, check. Is he government employee, POGA employee, other employee? Other employee. So which formula 15 by 20 is a half? Half. But see, in that formula, half or actual amount received or 20 lakhs, which is less. You know that 20 lakhs is what? That is the maximum exemption throughout the life of an employee. 20 lakhs limit is exemption limit throughout your life. So that means during your life, if you do 2 jobs, 3 jobs, so for each job it is not 20 lakhs. 20 lakhs is per job or per life? Per life. So one assessee will have 1 life. So in his whole life he will get maximum 20 lakhs. So see, in the bracket what they have written? Read what is this? Exemption claimed earlier. This means what you know? In his previous retirement, he has already claimed 11 lakhs exemption. So his quota is of 20 lakhs. And from the quota of 20 lakhs, 11 lakhs is exhausted. So now remains 9 lakhs. So in that formula only 9 lakhs will come. This was also a new point. Yes, whether POGA employee, other employee, the rule is same. Even in leave salary. Even in leave salary, that amount 25 lakhs. That is for the lifetime. See, all the exemption which law has given as a limit, 25 lakhs, in gratuity also 20 lakhs, it is for the lifetime. So if in the past you already claimed the exemption, so now your limit will reduce. So you will take 20 lakhs in the formula or 9 lakhs? 9 lakhs. Yes. Yes. See, look here. In gratuity, see, she has a doubt. In gratuity formula, that 20 lakhs exemption is there. That 20 lakhs exemption you can claim in your full life maximum 20 lakhs. So if in your previous job you already claimed exemption of 11 lakhs, so 11 lakhs is cancelled. Now you will get only 9 lakhs. How did I get 9? 20 minus 11. Balance is 9. Okay, if they would have said in the past he has already claimed exemption of full 20 lakhs, then he will get zero exemption now. Then current gratuity will become fully taxable. Because if he has already claimed exemption of 20 lakhs is past, so in our formula that third amount will be 20 or 0? 0. And out of 1 to 3 whichever is less when you take 0 will be less. Means no exemption only. See, government is giving you 20 lakhs exemption in your full life. And sometimes you do 2, 3 jobs, you do it. But exemption will not be given every time 20 lakhs. It is given throughout your life 20 lakhs. In short, best is what whenever in the question they give you like this, you will reduce that maximum limit by that 11 lakhs. If instead of 11 lakhs, if this was 2 lakhs, minus 2 lakhs, 18 lakhs. So some amount will be given in the question like this. Up till now it was not given, that means he had not taken the exemption in the past. So see here, gratuity C. See, you can prepare a working note, but I have done in the statement only. See how I done? Half into, tell me average salary, is there a need to prepare a working note? See, when to prepare a working note for average salary? If the salary is changing. But in our question, is the basic salary changing? No. It is same. Even if you find out average, what will happen? You will write 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh 10 times. Add it 10 times, divide by 10, it will become 1 lakh only. So why waste time? When to prepare a detailed working note of average? If the salary is changing. Still if you have prepared, it's okay. Only thing your time is wasted. So 1 lakh for each month. So 10 months average will be 1 lakh only. And DA you will take in terms. And how much is in terms? 50,000 or half. So 25,000. That also if you want to take average, you add 25,000 10 times. Divide by 10, you will get 25 only. So why waste time in preparing the working note? So see what I have done, I have directly taken 1 lakh 25. You know how did I get this C? From here only I got it. 1 lakh is basic, DA in terms is 25,000. It is in terms only which you have to take. So 1,25,000. Those students who have prepared the working note, it's okay, but that is waste of time. In one lecture I told you also, only when the salary is changing, you prepare a working note. Then what about number of years of service? It was 17 years and 8 months, but you have to ignore the fraction. So you will take only 17 years. So first amount is this much. Second amount is actual amount received. Third amount is 9 lakhs. Purposely while creating the question, I arrange the amounts in such a way that this should be lower. So that if a student doesn't have the knowledge of this, 20 lakhs limit should be reduced by 11 lakhs, his answer will go wrong. See, those who are not having this knowledge, their selection was wrong. Because then if you take 20 lakhs here, then 1, 2, 3, whichever is less, this will be less. But be careful, this 20 lakhs will not be 20 lakhs here, it will become 9 lakhs. The limit of 20 lakhs is per job or per employee, per life. In his whole life, 20 lakhs. So in past, if you have taken exemption of 11 lakhs, so now it will be only 9 lakhs. Done? Then amount received from UPF. This you have to divide into 4 parts. Employees contribution, interest on that. Employers contribution, interest on that. So how to do? What is the lump sum amount received? Yes. Including interest, lump sum amount is 5 lakhs. So 5 lakhs has got interest of how much? 1 lakh 50. So contribution will be, then in this you have to find out how much is employees, how much is employers. So for that, how will you come to know the ratio? See here, contribution ratio. This will help us. Employee and employer are contributing in same ratio. 1200, 1200. So it will be equal. So you know what you can do? You can also follow shortcut. Out of 5 lakhs, take half in salary. Directly. Half, because equal. Contribution equal. Anyways, out of 4 amounts, we give the effect of only 2 amounts. Which 2? Employer's contribution and interest on that. And the first half we have to ignore because one is employee's contribution, other interest which goes to income from other sources. Employee's interest goes to income from other sources. Still, if you are not able to use a shortcut, follow long cut. Prepare the full chart. Okay. And the chart, this we already done once. Okay. So from 5 lakhs, 3 lakh 50 and 1 lakh 50. Then for the breakup, half. How much? 1 lakh 75, 1 lakh 75, 75, 75. This is employees contribution, employers contribution. This is interest on employees contribution, interest on employers contribution. So you will take this and this. Employers contribution, interest on that. That comes to 2 lakh 50 only. So see 2 lakh 50,000. Then, yes, next point is also important. Okay, look here. Tell me in this question, when did he retire? He's retired on 31st October. Okay, now read. Pension 2000 per month, out of which means out of what? Out of 2000. He commuted 40%. So 40% commuted, so 60% uncommuted. But when did he commute? 1st Jan, and see when he has retired. Did you find a mismatch? And this is not a printing mistake. This is the point of the question. That he has commuted, but his decision of commutation was taken on 1st Jan. That means before 1st Jan, he was receiving pension like 2000 only. His pension was 2000. Boss started giving him 2000, 2000, 2000, 2000. But suddenly on 1st Jan, what did employee say? Sir, wait, do one thing. Commute some portion. How much? 40%. And give me lump sum. But that request he did when? 1st Jan. And he has retired on October. So that means between October and 1st Jan, he was given full 2000, 2000, 2000, 2000. But from 1st Jan, something was commuted, something was uncommuted. So look here. After October, how many months are there? After October, it is Jan, Feb, sorry, what I'm doing. After October, it is November, December, Jan, Feb, March. And he took the decision in 1st Jan. So tell me, in November he got 2000, December he got 2000. Then in the month of Jan, what did he request? Firstly, underline this Jan. Many students are not paying it. 1st Jan. So in 1st Jan, what did he say? I want to commute 40%. So tell me 40% is commuted means that will become lump sum. How much is uncommuted? 60%. So that comes to 60% of 2000 is what? 1200. So now we will get 1200 on monthly basis. For monthly pension I want uncommuted. Because uncommuted is the monthly pension. And here in the drawing below I am writing monthly pension. See, lump sum amount whether you receive in October or Jan, it is a one shot payment. Treatment will remain same. What is affected is monthly pension. Because that is counted month to month, month to month, month to month. My commuted pension is not affected because that is lump sum. Now lump sum pension if I get it in October or Jan or March, it is a one shot amount. The treatment will remain same. What is affected is this thing. Uncommuted pension. So tell me in this question what is uncommuted? 2000 plus 2000 plus 1200 plus 1200 plus 1200. This is the uncommuted pension in the question. And that is fully taxable. How did I get 1200? 40% was commuted. So 60% will be uncommuted. Correct? So accordingly, see, you can draw this thing up. See, I have given in detail here. Look. Can you see the details? November 2000, December 2000. Pension was 2000, he was receiving 2000 only. But suddenly what happened in Jan? He commuted 40%. So uncommuted will become 60%. So 1200, 1200, 1200, that comes to 7600. But this thing remains same. Because this is typical point of the question, my commuted pension is not affected. Commuted, 40% is commuted. So how much will be the exemption? 33.5%. 33 because he has received gratuity. An employee receiving gratuity will be 33.33, and this is done by cross multiplication. Then leave salary. Leave salary of 13,25,000 for accumulated leave of 540 days. What do you mean by accumulated leave? Is this leave taken? Accumulated means what? Accumulated. I mean, this is a leave which you have saved. And what we want in our formula is leave taken. So in this question, leave taken is not given. They have given how much leave is being accumulated. And what is this? He was entitled to 45 days leave for each year. This is leave allowed by employer. But what is the rule of government? Maximum 30 days. But this is more than 30 days, so ignore it. What if this was only 25 days? Take 25 only. Because maximum 30 means not more than that. If it is less, take less. But here it is more, so ignore 45, will take 30 days. So see, formula for leave salary is, first tell me how will you find leave credit? Leave allowed minus leave taken. Leave allowed will be as per government rules. And as per government rules, see, maximum 30 days for 1 year. And how many years service he has done? 17. So multiply by that, you will get 510 days. But the most important part of the question was leave taken was not given. Many students, what mistake they do? They consider accumulated leave as leave taken. But accumulated leave is not leave taken. This is the leave which he has saved. In fact, these are the leaves which he has never taken. He has accumulated. So we will have to go by reverse working. So see, how much leave he was allowed? Go as per his employer's rule. His boss allowed him 45 days leave for 1 year. So in 17 years, his boss allowed him 765 days leave, out of which 540 years accumulated. Accumulated means he has saved. So how much he has taken? 225 days. This is not a new point. This point I have already covered in one lecture. Always be careful when they give you accumulated leave. Sometimes they give leave earned. What is the other word? Leave. Even if they write leave earned, it means the leave which you have saved. You earn from leave when you save, right? So leave earned, leave accumulated, these are not leave taken. So to find out leave taken, we will check how much his boss was allowing, and from that how much he has accumulated. So balance will be leave taken. So this 225 days leave taken has come from here. Pension was a new point. That pension where he didn't commute immediately after retirement, he commuted little later, that was a new point of the question. Profession tax paid by employer was a new point. Gratuity also, that 20 lakhs limit is for the whole life. So if you already claimed exemption in past, so it will be reduced. That was also a new point. And I told you some points are new in the question. Done. So accordingly, our leave credit as per government rule comes to 285 days, which if I convert into months by dividing by 30 days, it will come to 9.5 months. Keep it in decimals only, because this is not the ultimate answer. This you will multiply by average salary per month. Yes, when you reach at the ultimate answer, You should not keep it in decimal. But this is just leave credit. Now see, where will you transfer this? Look here. Leave credit 9.5 months into what is average salary? 1,25,000. Okay. Average salary has come from here only. Basic and DA in terms. So 9.5 into average salary, that is 11 lakhs 87,500. 10 months into average salary, so that comes to 12 lakh 50,000. Okay, actual amount here, that was because of copy paste it happened. While I was typing, I did copy paste. See, actual amount received in gratuity I had copied. Actual amount received by mistake I have written wrong. What is the actual amount received? ₹25 lakhs. See, for leave salary also check. Have they given in his past retirement? He has already claimed exemption of some amount. What if they would have said he has already claimed exemption of 5 lakhs in past? So this 25 will become 20 lakhs. But they have not given, so keep it 25 only. By the way, this 25 lakhs is an amendment. Huh? In my old batches, this was 3 lakhs. But law felt 3 lakhs is very outdated figure. So that 3 lakhs they have changed to 25 lakhs. So if by chance if you come across some 3 lakhs amount in leave salary, that was old rule. Now it has become 25 lakhs. Even that perquisite house, Bada Bakam, that population criteria which has changed from 1st September, that is also new rule. And new things means amendments. And that perquisite amendment they have not yet incorporated in your study material. The study material which you are having, in that they have solved perquisites as per old rules. But don't worry, in the institute website they have given a statutory update and they have clarified that the rule has changed, so accordingly your answers will change. So leave salary is done. Then voluntary retirement compensation was the next point, last point. Remaining services given, this will be useful in our formula. So what is the formula for voluntary retirement? 1, 2, 3, 4, whichever is less. So first you will take latest salary. Here you take average or latest? Latest. And the latest basic plus DA in terms plus turnover commission is 1,25,000. Into 3 months is fixed. Into service completed in years. Then salary per month into 1 month is fixed. And remaining months of service. Remaining service in months. And what is this remaining service? 8 years. So multiply by 12 months in each year. That comes to 96 months. So tell me, out of the 4 amounts, 1, 2, 3, 4, what is less? 5 lakhs. So 5 lakhs will be the exemption amount, okay? Then accordingly, this is the gross salary. Standard deduction. Even profession tax will minus. See, profession tax I have included also. And deducted also. Included because it is paid by employers, it becomes a benefit for me. So I will first include and then later on deduct also. So this is the final answer. Taxable income from salary 31,18,100. Okay. So finally salary questions are done. See, in the study material, in case you find some different things, just ignore it. Hardly 1 or 2 things you will find which is not taught to you but not so relevant. See, in the study material, it is a duty to provide you the whole law. But when we teach in the class, we go exam oriented. From exam point of view, okay? If we go into the full in-depth law, there are so many things. Okay. So finally our salary topic is done.